Hi. Good evening, my intentional and energetic empire builders. Good evening, my champions. Okay. Anidu. Anidu Oshioma Kodijat Beauty. Good evening. Trust you're good. Trust you're good. Mm. If you are here and you're ready for tonight, please, I want you to comment your business name and I am ready for tonight. Just comment your business name. I'm ready for tonight. This is for my champions. Just comment your business name and I'm ready for tonight. Just comment I'm ready for tonight. That is all. Okay, so I'm done. Okay, no business name yet. Okay, good to meet you, Khadijat Abdulrazak. Thank you so much for joining the book review tonight. I want to first of all celebrate you for making your way into the Operation Take Charge Challenge. It shows that you are very intentional about your business. It shows that you are not playing small with your online business. It shows that you really want more for your business. I celebrate you so much. And okay, Iris Stores, good to meet you and welcome to the book review tonight. So tonight, what we are trying to do, okay, I want to welcome you to our book reviews because we're going to be doing 4 book reviews inside this program before we start the main challenge. We're going to be doing 4 book reviews inside this program before we start the main challenge. So we're reading this book, How to Go From Where You Are to Where You Want to Be by Jack Canfield. And we're going to be reviewing it tonight. We're going to be reading the first week. So, champions, you have been reading from Monday to Friday. You have been reading 5 pages per day. And you have been able to read the first topic, the first chapter, which is 27 pages. Is that not awesome? Ask yourself, like, okay, how many times have you promised yourself that you want to read, but you did not get to read it? But this time around, you were able to read 27 whole pages in a week. Isn't that awesome? So you did amazing. So tonight we're going to be reviewing the book, and this book review is going to include me actually talking about I'm going to be breaking down this book further. Okay, Royal Zazie Saints, good to have you here as well. So I'm going to be talking about this book. I'm going to like review the content. I'm going to share with you how it has impacted me. I'm going to share some of the stories, like few stories with you on how it has impacted me, and it's going to be very awesome. And also, those of you that joined from TikTok, my Empire Builders, it's good to have you around. So we are reviewing this book called the How to Go From Where You Are to Where You Want to Be by Jack Canfield. And this book is awesome. It's going to help you to go from where you are to where you want to be. So far, you take it very seriously, very intentionally. So one thing about Nadia Sales Queen is that she's very intentional about her students, her empire builders, because you're all about building empire over here. So if you're that kind of person that also wants to build empire with your business, then you want to join the Operation Take Charge Challenge, where we actually do this. I mean, before the main program starts, because we are not playing small. So now let's get right into it. The chapter we're going to be reviewing tonight is called Take 100% Responsibility for Your Life. How about you type out take 100% responsibility for your life? Take 100% responsibility for your life. I want somebody to type that out. Take 100% responsibility for your life. Can somebody type that out so I can know that we're actually following? So this particular chapter is very deep because there is no how you are going to read it that you're not going to feel the vibe. There's no how you're going to read it and you're not going to feel the vibe that, oh, I really want to take responsibility for my life. I mean, it's going to help you think out of your comfort zone. So are we together? Okay, thank you so much for your response, Khadijat. Take 100% responsibility for your life. Okay. Okay. Adeshewa said, I can't wait to digest and put everything learned into practice and have a turnaround in my life. That is exactly what the book is about. It's going to help you to have a turnaround because you just have to implement the content really. So now I'm going to get right into what we have inside this particular um chapter. One thing about this book is that when you are reading it, I want you to really like internalize it. Okay, thank you so much. Khadijat Beauty. Take 100% responsibility for your life. Adeshawa, thank you for your response. So one thing about this book is as you're reading it, you want to actually like start taking action on it immediately. So now the first page is saying that you must take personal responsibility. You cannot change the circumstances, the season, or the wind, but you can only change yourself. So what this is saying is that no matter what is happening, you don't have control over other things. You only have control over yourself. Like now, you don't have control over whatever is happening in Aso Rock. You don't have control over maybe rain is going to fall or rain is not going to fall. You don't have control over other things that are not like within your control. You can only have control over what you do yourself. So whatever is happening, you can only control what you do, how you take responsibility, how you can only what you can only change yourself. Yes, you can only change yourself no matter what it is. That is what this particular place is saying. Nobody is coming for you. We are responsible for our lives, for our happiness. Anything that you want in this life, you are responsible for it. That is what this chapter is telling you that you should do. That you're responsible for anything that is going to happen to you, like everything that is happening to you presently and everything that is going to happen to you subsequently. So this particular point, you want to take it very seriously. They said that one lesson this whole book is based on is that there is only one person responsible for the quality of life that you live, and that person is you. There is only one person that is responsible for the quality of life that you live. That person is you. You know how we always blame other things for the quality of life we live. Oh, it's Nigeria that is not even making me live well. Everything is expensive, and the Nigeria is not even helping the situation. You know, but the person that's responsible for the quality of life you live is what is you. Nobody else, not Nigeria, not anything. It is you. So you have to tell yourself that you are the one that's responsible for what? For the quality of life that you live. Because if you don't tell yourself that, you're going to keep blaming other things. And the more you blame other things, the more you are going to not grow the way you are supposed to. The more you're going to deny yourself of all the greatness that you could achieve because you are not taking personal responsibility. Do you understand? So if you want to be successful, you have to take 100% responsibility of everything that you experience in your life. I mean, your achievement, whether you have a first class or not, you have to take responsibility for it. You don't want to say, oh, is that lecturer? He's not always teaching us well. Is all those people I'm working with? Is the because I'm staying in the school hostel and this. You don't want to, you don't want to give those excuses. You have to take responsibility that it is me that is in charge of my achievement, that is in charge of. So apart from the fact that we know that okay, God Almighty is in charge of everything, you have to also like take personal responsibility in whatever that you are doing. That I am the one that is in charge of making my life better. I'm the one in charge of the quality of relationships I have. I'm in charge of the results that I produce. If you're making sales or you're not making sales, you have to say that you don't want to say that oh, it's because people don't want to buy. It's because people don't even have money. It's because you don't want to be having that kind of excuse. You want okay, what am I doing wrong? In this same economy, in this same place where the same people don't have money, people are still making plenty sales. People are still growing big. People are still like improving their businesses. So what am I doing wrong? So you have to look into it, right? You have to look into it personally. So they told a story about a particular man. This story is very funny. You know, when you lost your key and then you lost your key inside your house, so you don't know where you dropped the key inside your own house. And instead of you to now be looking for the key inside your house, now went outside to go and look for the key under the street lights. Did you read that place? Champions, let me know. Did you read that place? Did you read that particular part of this book where a man went outside to look for key on the floor? Meanwhile, it was lost inside his own house. but he went to check the because there is a he said because there is street light outside, so he was able there is light he can be able to see. So is it possible for him to find what he was looking for outside? Is it possible? Is it possible? Yes, he did, right? Is it possible to find what he's looking for outside? It's absolutely not possible because it is within him. He has to check inside his house where he lost it. So the same thing happens when instead of you to look into yourself and look into okay, what is happening to me? What is the solution? You now go and start hanging your solution to other people that okay, is that person that is going to provide the solution to me. So that does not mean that you cannot beg for assistance, you cannot ask for help. It does not mean, right? You can ask for help, but you have to let yourself. You have to. You don't want to lie to yourself. Like now, some people are going to let's say for instance, I saw a video today on Instagram. As in somebody even joined him in searching, not knowing that he lost it in his house. Thank you, Adesha. You really paid attention when you were reading. So I saw the video. The lady posted a video and said, "Okay, if you want to achieve this quality of video that I achieved, these are the things I did. These are the what's it called? Excuse me. These are the adjustments like editing that she did, contrast, saturation, plus 10, brightness. I don't know if you know all those things. Like it is done on CapCut when you want to edit your video on CapCut and then you want to add adjustments to that video. Different videos, different things is going to work for it. This person's adjustment, a video is already very nice. The video is already crisp, like it's already very good. Then another person that went to go and shoot a video inside one bush will now go and copy that same adjustment and put it in our own video. Do you think it's going to give the same results? So this lady actually put it later in her comments that, oh, even me myself, I don't use this same editing all the time. So there's some things that you don't copy and paste from other people. You don't rely on other people. You have to like it is your personal thing. Are we together? There's some things that is your personal thing. You have to look into it by yourself, not like copy and paste other person something. There are some things like that, just like that video editing. The adjustment I added to my video is different from the adjustment you're going to add to your video based on the way your video is, the way your video look, the original video will determine all other things about it. So to achieve major success in your life, this book is telling you that you have to take 100% responsibility. To achieve major success in life, you have to do what? Take 100% responsibility, right? So now let's go to this story about this person is telling a story. The person that wrote this book is telling a story when he was working with a particular person. Thank you so much, Afsat, for your response. Muritala Aminat, good to have you here. Abibat Muhammad, Ibrahim Aminat, Jimo Balikis, my champions, welcome on board. So telling us a story about his experience when he was working with a particular boss, and the boss was asking him, "Do you take 100% responsibility for his life?" He said, "He guess so. He thinks so." But this is something that you have to tell yourself. It's either a yes or a no. So since I read this book, I have been taking 100% responsibility for my life. Since I read this book, I have done what? I have been taking on anything that happens. I look at it. Okay, how did I affect this thing? How did I make this thing happen? Like for instance, now, last week, this one is even funny. Last week, I was having like an interview. I was interviewing like a group of people, and the person I later onboarded, she only worked for 24 hours, like the day, even the day that she worked for herself, she resumed late. She resumed late. She resumed more than the time that was given to her. After resuming late, she had issues with onboarding. I was still like trying to look away, and then she still did not work up to expectations. And now, after the day, the next day, she was like, "Oh, I don't think I can continue." So instead of me to blame that person for, saying she does not think she can continue, like, okay, she wasted my time and all of those things. Yes, I knew she did that, but all of I just think about, okay, how did I affect this? How did I make this happen? How did I create this? So I asked myself that question, and I was able to get answers that, okay, this was the mistake I made. Okay, I did not allow her to go through a lot of processes before she got the job. Assuming she went through a lot before she even got the job, I'm sure she was not going to treat it that way. So So you have to ask yourself most of the time, you have to take responsibility. Anything that happens, even though you feel like, okay, this person also is at fault, you have to ask yourself, how did I let that thing happen to me? You have to give up on all your excuses. You have to give up on all your excuses. This book is telling you that everybody in this world has excuses to give. You know, the same excuse you have, other people also have that same excuse. Okay, maybe your stomach is paining you, another person says your stomach is paining them, but they are still doing what they need to do. That is why they able to achieve the result they are able to achieve. They said if Bill Gates look at the things that he could have, like he could have not even built, could have not built Microsoft, and Steve Jobs could have not built Apple computers if he was looking at all the reasons why he would not have done it, right? So everybody has reasons for not doing anything in this world, but they are still doing it. People that only few people are doing it, of course. A lot of people, like 90% is having excuse. So you have to decide, okay, what pattern, what category do you want to be? Champions, are we together? So what category do you want to be? I want you to tell me, what category do you want to be? People that are doing it or people that are making excuses? What category do you want to be? People that are doing it or people that are making excuses? You have to pick one. Are you going for the category of people that are making excuses or people that are actually doing it? So because everybody has one or two reasons why they would not do what they need to do. Last year, I did a class that has over 700 participants, right? While I was heavily pregnant. I have reasons to say, okay, I'm not doing it, right? I have reasons. Yes. Okay, people that are doing it. Okay, Collegiate Beauty says she's part of people that are doing it. That is good. So I had my personal reasons to say, okay, I'm not even posting, I'm not even showing up, I'm not even helping anybody. But I really want, I really don't want, I really did not want to stop helping people, because when I look back at the results that we produced by helping those people, it is beautiful, it is worth it. So imagine I did not show up during that period, would we have been able to help those people that we helped? Many people have been able to like go from having zero views to now having a lot of views because they don't know what to do. We're able to train them. I remember when I created the video for the class, because I asked, the videos were fresh. I created the video while I was pregnant too. The videos for the class. That day I had to give myself mental strength. After I thought, yeah, let's do this, let's do this. So people that are doing it, it's not like it is like 100% easy for them, but they have to do it. Okay, okay. Afsat the Sumu says she's part of those that are doing it. Ibrahim Amina, those that are doing it. Abibat Muhammad says she's part of 1% part of people that want to do it, that are doing it. And Adeshawa also is part of people that are making things happen. That is what it is supposed. That is what it's supposed to be. So I had my reasons to say I'm not doing it, but I had to like do it anyways. Do it anyways. It does not have to be that, okay, oh, you are doing it even though it is risky to do it. No, because there was a point where I was stressing myself, and they were telling me, TikTok people, are you not enjoying this life? I beg, they like them, they share them. Let other people join this life as well, because this is the opportunity that would change somebody's life, that would uplift somebody's career, that would help somebody to go to the next level. Please share this life, like this life, let others join. And if you want the whole experience, which my champions on YouTube are enjoying, you want to join the Operation TikTok Challenge by DMing me OTC. So, like I was saying, it doesn't mean that you have to do it when you're at risk. Like now, I was showing up to an extent at a point, and my midwife was telling me, "Oh, your BP is high. What's going on? What are you doing? Why are you stressing yourself?" And I was like, "Okay." It's like I was overstressing myself, and I had to like reduce the stress. Like, okay, take things off my mind, not like overburden myself while still doing what I needed to do. So I delegated a lot. If you know how we did the SBC, I delegated a lot. We had a lot of support coaches. I had an executive assistant. So, but I was still doing it. But I make sure that, okay, I was delegating what I needed to delegate. So it doesn't mean that you are going to do it at risk or when you know. Do you understand? But you want to do it, you have to just do it. So that is it. The next thing is that I love this particular part a lot. If you don't like the outcomes, change your responses. Who can relate? Can you relate, champions? I'm sure you read this part. If you don't like the outcome, change your responses. If you don't like the outcome, change your responses. Okay, right now, the outcome that you're getting is like, so this part they are talking about E plus R, I think E plus R equals to O, right? Event plus responses equals to outcome. So if you don't like your outcome, change your response. So E means event, O means outcome, and which one? R means response. And that event is constant. Event is something that you don't have power over. It's something that is constant, like okay, or if earthquake happens, you don't have any power over it. It is constant, right? E plus R equals O, right? So it is constant. You don't have any power over it. It's not something that you can control. While your response is what you can control. Your response is what you do when that thing happens. Like now, when COVID happened in 2019, a lot of people did not do anything. They were just sleeping and waking up inside. Some people took up the opportunity and started learning digital marketing. They started selling online, and some people made a lot of money because of COVID. Some people were just complaining, watching everything going up every day, do you understand? So event plus response equal to outcome. So now the event is the COVID, it is constant. The response is what you do when the event happens, and the outcome is what you now get out of it. I started my digital marketing journey during COVID as well. I took Google digital marketing course, over 110 hours of learning. At that point, everybody was at home. My parents, my mom and my siblings, they'll be watching movies, enjoying themselves, having nice time. But me, I'll be watching, hello, welcome back. It was looking as if I was just stressing myself back then, but it was the foundation. So your response to events that is happening determines your outcome. So if you don't like your outcome, you don't like the life you are living, you don't like the house you are living in, you don't like the sales you are making, you don't like, so if you don't like, okay, you don't like your grades in school, you have to like change your responses. Change your responses. Okay, you don't like your sales that you're making. What is constant? What is constant is that okay, the economy is the way it is. But your own response is that okay, how are you doing your marketing? Are you really like marketing right, or you're just supposed to come and buy? Do you really know what you're doing in your business? So you want to change your response if you want to change your what? Your outcome. That is what this book is saying. And they give us an example of two persons. They give us two examples. One person, they were both inside traffic together. The first, okay, there was an earthquake and two persons were inside traffic together. The first person, they interviewed the first person. Okay, how are you feeling? He was like, oh, he's so annoyed. Can we remember that page? He was so annoyed. Oh, why this thing is always happening? I hate this place. I'll be late to work, and my boss is going to be angry with me. Like he was just complaining. And then the second person that they interviewed was like, I'm good. I've left home since 5 a.m. I did what I needed to do. I have books to read inside this car. I can do other things. I'm not wasting my time. So the difference between the both of them is that what their response to the event that determined their outcome. That determined so their outcome. The first one is just annoyed, is just pissed off, you will not be happy. You carry the same energy to work, and then but the other person now, the response was that it was positive. You know that okay, I left home early, I did what I needed to do. My boss is not going to be angry with me. So your event plus your response determines your what? Your outcome. So if you don't like your event, if you don't like your responses, if you don't like your outcome, start working on your responses to events around you. They also talked about one Lexus. Lexus also came in. Lexus, we all know Lexus, right? We all know Lexus, right? So they sell cars, and because they said there was a particular war at that period, and because of that, people were not buying Lexus again. People were not walking into their store to buy Lexus. Everybody was just like quiet. So what were they supposed to do? Instead of spending more money on advert, and it was not really converting because people were not even like paying attention to that, they did something different, which even increased their sales more than before the war started. They went to big places where big people hung out. They asked those big people to come to drive their cars, their new cars for free. Just drive it, and when they test drive the car, they want to buy the car. And because of that, they were able to increase their sales, even though there was a war at that time. So what did they do? They changed their response, which what changed their they changed their response, which changed their outcomes. So the next thing is talking about everything that you're experiencing today is the result of choices you have made in the past. Yes, they took it to the market. Ifeoma, thank you for your response. They took it to the market to go and market them. Yes, Adeshawa, if you don't like your event, you have to change your. Okay, if you don't like your event, okay, if you don't like your outcome, it is your outcome that you will not like, because event is constant. You don't have power over it. Anything can just happen. You don't have the power over it. You can only change your response to that event to get better outcome. Exactly. Khadijat, they took it out to the where people are that need it are. They took it to those big places and they were able to start making more sales. So they said everything you're experiencing now is the result of the choices you have made in the past. Everything you're experiencing now, this one is the result of what the choices you have made in the past. If you're experiencing low sales, it's because you not generate a lot of visibility to your business in the past. If you're experiencing like if you're living in a place you don't like, it's because you did not work on that in the past. So everything that you're experiencing now is the result of what? All the choices you have made in the past. You have control over three things. They said only three things that you have control over. You have control over the thoughts that you think. When we go on in this book, they will talk a lot about your thoughts, how you think, and how it affects your results. So now you have control over what? Over three things. The thoughts that you think, how you think, like the things that you think, whether you think positive thoughts or negative thoughts. Some of you, after paying for the challenge, you're still thinking, is it going to work for me? You have to start thinking positively. Okay, this is going to work for me. I'm going to get results. Some of you, after reading this book, like, is it this book they say I should be reading? What is that going to happen? Like, you're not having positive thoughts. You have to change that mindset, because if you don't have positive thoughts, it's going to affect your results. Number two is the images that you visualize. The images you visualize. Are you visualizing yourself living good, living nice, or you're visualizing yourself the other way around? It determines what happens to you. And then number three is the actions that you take, your behavior. Tomorrow is Monday. Are you going to wake up tomorrow morning and take action, post your business? Are you going to wake up and go and sleep back? All these things determines your results. And they said, if you keep doing what you have always done, you will keep getting what you have always got. If you keep doing, this one is deep. Somebody type that out and tell yourself that, because it is very, very important. If you keep doing what you have always done, you keep getting what you have always got. Some people will have the mindset that, okay, what I'm doing, let me just keep doing it since it's going to get better. It's not going to get better if you don't change what you are doing. It's not going to get better. You have to change what you are doing. If you say that, oh, I've been doing the same thing for the past 1 month, and this is the kind of result I'm getting. I've been posting for the past 1 month, for the past 2 months. Nobody is even asking me that, can I buy? Can I buy? How much is it? That means something is wrong. If you like do the same thing for the next 2 years, nothing is going. That is what it means. So you don't want to keep doing the same thing. There is a quote here. They said, I saw one quote when I was reading it, that it is a crazy something to keep doing the same thing and expecting the same results. So the next one is that you have to give up blaming. You have to give up blaming. A lot of us know how to blame others. Hey, and the more you blame others, champion, are we together? The more you blame others, the more you hold yourself back. You blame your boss, you blame your customers, you blame what's it called? Balablu economy. You blame this, you blame that. What happens is that it's going to reduce your own results, it's not going to make you move forward. And they said that in this book, they said the reason why you are blaming is because you have control over that thing. Whenever something comes up and I want to blame something else, I just think about it. Okay, if I want to blame that thing, that means I can actually do something about it. They said we only blame things when there is something we can do about it. When you complain about something, it means that you have a reference point for something better that you would prefer, but you don't want to take action. You don't want to take the risk of creating that thing. They said there is gravity. Gravity does a lot of like good and bad things, but nobody is blaming it because we don't have any control over it. We cannot do anything about it. But you are blaming other things because you can actually control it. Like now, give me example of things that you have blamed this past week. Like things that you have blamed for something. Maybe you have blamed the lecturer. The oh, the reason why he did this, I did not score well in his test because he didn't teach us well. Like, have you blamed anybody this past week? I want you to comment that in the comment section, my champions. So you have to make the decision to stop complaining. You don't want to complain again. You don't want to do what? You don't want to be complaining again. Just look at, okay, what can I do better instead of complaining? What is the solution? I don't like the place I'm living. Oh, I don't like the way my roommate is doing. Okay, Adesha, thank you so much for this submission. Let me show it on stage so everybody can see it. It is insanity doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. You have to change what you do and your result automatically changes. Yes, once you change what you do, let me tell you, something as little as changing your profile picture can help you to improve your results. Maybe before you were using one somebody was telling me on WhatsApp that she was selling luxury clothes. But on our profile picture is not looking like someone that is selling luxury. Oh. So, and it's going to reduce our sales. It's going to affect our sales. Just by changing that profile picture to something more luxury or something looking more serious, more intentional, can change our results. So they said, change what you do and your result automatically changes. It is very true. It could be like juju, but if you just change what you are doing and do better things, your result is going to definitely change. That is it. So we're talking about complaining, that we should stop complaining, stop blaming, instead always do something better. So instead of complaining that let me see, I think there are some things here. Okay, so they talked about blaming, that it is you that did that thing. You are the one that ate the junk food. Maybe you were you are gaining weight or you were now purging. You're the one that eats the junk. You have to take the blame. You don't want to blame other people, other things, other circumstances. Take the blame. You were the one that did not say no. Maybe somebody wants to collect something from you. They want to borrow 5 million naira from you. You did not now say no. You're not gonna borrow the person, and you know that the person may not give you back. Some people say, I don't know how to say no. Ah, okay. Oh. They will teach you lesson. So you have to know how to say no. You're the one that took the job. If something does not work for you, it's not compulsory. You don't have to, right? You're the one that stayed on the job. You are the one who chose to believe them. You are the one who ignored your intuition. So all these things looks like something small, but they are very, very important, right? So instead of you to blame other people, you have to look at, okay, what was my own inside this whole thing? I told you how my own inside that person that took that works for me for less than 24 hours and stopped is because she got the job easily. I gave her the job easily. So that was I took the blame. I took responsibility. So next time I know what to do better. Okay, let them go through the rigorous process before. Do you understand? So you learn to do things better instead of complaining. The next thing they're saying here is that you are always complaining to the wrong people. Champions, are we still together? You are always complaining to the wrong people. So this one is actually like very, very important, especially for those of us that maybe it comes in different ways actually. So maybe somebody did something to you, you not like what the person did. That does not mean that you should insult the person, but you can always tell the person, okay, what you did earlier does not really sit well with me. Okay, like now somebody reached out to me, like she was reaching out to me and she was like, hello, I didn't like the way she was addressing me. And I told her, okay, please, I would prefer you address me by my name, or you call hello Naija Sales Queen. That's better by me. So I was not comfortable with the way she was addressing me, and I told her expressly. So you have to know how to communicate, right? And communicate to the right person. I can go and tell other people that, oh, you know that lady, she was just saying hello to me. What kind of insolence is that? What kind of right? But I complain to that person. So complain to the right person. Don't complain to the wrong person. Your boss is doing what you do not like. Some of you should not complain to your boss, right? Complain not like you complain in a way that is disrespectful, right? You're not going to go and tell your husband at home. Your husband is doing something you don't like. Instead of you to tell your husband, you're going to go and tell your mommy or somebody else. So that what happens is that you will not get your results, you will not get the expected outcome because you're not complaining to the right person. Are we together? So, and then I think we have just 2 or 3 more things to cover. The next thing is that you either create or allow everything that happens to you. This one is telling you that you have to take charge. Yes, communicate effectively. Thank you for that, Aminat. Okay, so as I was saying, the next thing I want to talk about is you either create or allow everything that happens to you. This book is saying that for you to be powerful, you have to take the position that you create or allow everything that is happening to you. You have to tell yourself that whatever it is that happens to you, you have to tell yourself you created or allow that thing. All through my years in school, it was only 2 semesters. I had less than a first class in 2 semesters out of 8 semesters. I had less than a first class. And I could ideally say, okay, this is why I had less than a first class. The first one, that one, that one, I didn't really know, like it was not within my control, but I had to just take it. What do I do? That one, it happened to a lot of people. We had 5 courses we were doing, right? That was my first semester in school in Unilag. And then we had 5 courses we were doing. 4 out of the 5 courses I had A's. Then the one course I had E. I had an E. And then what happened is that many people actually had an E in that course, like a lot of people. So we thought maybe it was just a mass issue like that. Like a lot of people had an E, even the top students, a lot of top students. So we don't know what happened to them. So even when we went to go and meet them, they said, that's what you scored. If you check it and then you did not, we'll give you F. We're going to reduce it again. So just like leave them and let it be. So that one, I knew that okay, so it was not within my control, but I just knew that people I had to pray harder because that was the only solution. If I don't want something like that to happen to me again, why me? Why are other some people shall still add A in that same course? So why is it me that came to that game E? Why am I part of those that? Do you understand? I just knew that okay, I had to pray harder for another time. And I think that was last time I had issue with my result like that. Next time, even if I had like a lower score, I knew that okay, I was the one that did not read well for this particular course. But the next time I had something like that, I can remember was that this time around, I actually took a particular project. I took on a client that was huge at that moment, and I had exam coming up. I had exam coming up, and then it was very overwhelming. I could not focus on the exams, so I knew that I was the one that so after that time that I even though I still do business while I'm writing exam. I still make sure that okay, this is something that I can balance, something that I can outsource, something I can delegate part of it. It's not going to affect me, something that will not make me lose focus. Like I won't be able to focus because I just need to focus. And so you have to know yourself and know what works for you. So I'm just sharing this because that's my personal experience and how I can relate to this book. So for you to be powerful, you have to tell yourself that I'm in charge of whatever happens to me. I'm in charge. I create whatever happens to me, right? So I create whatever happens to me. So the next one is yellow alert. So they said anything that happens to you, there's always a warning. But most times people don't take that warning. So like before you go into a relationship or a marriage, there's always a warning that oh maybe the mother already like showed you something that you're meant to like take into consideration, but you do not take it into consideration. You're like, nothing, it doesn't matter. So like you have to take those yellow alerts seriously. Yellow alert, yellow alert now. Like when in football, there's always yellow card before red card, like warnings. So most times there are always warnings, but we don't take those warnings, and that is why we experience whatever it is we experience. So these alerts give you time to change your response in the E plus R equals to O equation, right? So like now, let's say for instance, you are always, I'm trying to look for an example to give. Maybe before, what we're talking about that is events plus response equals to outcome. So before you have to pack up your business, there was always the alert that you are not making sales or you are not making profit month in, month out. You see that the expenses you are incurring is more than the profit you are making. is more than the sales you're even making, the expenses you're incurring. So obviously now take action now. That's yellow alert is telling you every month when you're calculating your profit. It's like, yellow alert, but you're not following it. You keep, you don't take action on it. You leave it until there is not even money to now continue your business again. So you don't want that to happen, right? So that is very, very important to take note of yellow alert. And the next thing is they're saying that, okay, life becomes more easier. They talk about how successful people, yes. Let me bring this on stage. Abibat said, for you to be powerful, you have to tell yourself, I create whatever happens to me. It is very, very legit. It is very legit. So life becomes much easier for richer people, for rich people rather. For rich people, they always take action when they see those yellow alerts. They don't wait till things happen before they take action, right? They do the uncomfortable and take steps to create their desired outcome. So instead of maybe something is happening in their company, one employee is not doing the right thing, instead of not taking care of that and then, just keep saying, let's just keep managing the person till the person now spoil something big, they take action. They either call the person and tell the person, okay, you're doing this, and then the person can be able to sit up. Or so you have to always do what? You have to always take action. Nobody ever comes to stop. Okay. So the last part of this book is talking about how implementation. Okay, that's not the last part. That's second to the last. Simple does not mean that it's necessary. This everything you have learned tonight is very simple, right? It is very, very simple. So let me tell you how it is simple. This evening, as I opened the book, because I had to do a quick review before this live. So I opened the book and read the first page. I felt like, okay, the person that did not work for 24 hours and said she was not working again. I had to actually replace the person. But I've been hesitating, I've been hesitating after that time, because the other person I had to use to replace the person, I'm still not 100% confident and I don't want to make the same mistake. So I've been hesitating. So because of this part I just read, I just took action and posted that, okay, I'm still looking for this particular role. Probably I could get somebody that I feel could do it well, because the role requires somebody that is very, very active and can withstand stress, because it's a lot of work. Yeah, so it requires someone that is motivated and can keep going. So I just took the action, and guess what? The result is you did like over 5 people have already like messaged me that they were interested in the role, and I'm still like trying to see, okay, who is the best fit out of them. Do you see now? It is simple to execute. You don't have to execute it. Am I right? So I want to ask you, what have you executed all of these things I have been reading? What have you executed it on since when you started reading them? What have you executed it on since you started reading them? Okay. Adeshawa is saying something. Okay, after said consciousness of self and events. Yes. Okay. Adeshawa said, I agree with this yellow alert. Ignorance of the warning make you pay dearly whatever outcome. Yes, exactly. You don't want to ignore. There was one I ignored. The person was already doing like my boss on the interview, right? Then I ignored it. Okay, so far you can do your job. Well, let me not even start talking about it. So what that is just is sometimes things that you're supposed to pay attention to. If you don't pay attention to it, it's going to backfire in the long run. So simple does not necessarily mean easy. It is simple to implement, but you have to tell yourself that you have to implement it. Like you have to start saying, okay, look at your environment and start taking the action. You have to take that conscious effort to implement it. I've told you how I quickly implemented some part of it this evening already, right? By taking responsibility, because it was my life anyways. It is my brand anyways. I have to fix it no matter what. It is not anybody's responsibility. It's my responsibility, right? So that is it. Don't be afraid to ask, right? Ask for feedback. Do what you need to do. This part, read it very well. Champions, read it very well. Read it very well. So now the last part, pay attention. This part is very important. Pay attention. Your results don't lie. Pay attention. Your results don't lie. Pay attention. Your results don't lie. Okay, Amina said, I've worked taking my brand packaging seriously by breaking it into smaller tasks. At least spending, trying to read what she said. spending as low as 30 minutes on how to go about it. That is beautiful. That is beautiful. So that is like execution. And execution is what yields results. Execution is what? Excuse me, what yields results. You have to execute. It's simple, but it may not be easy. You have to take that conscious effort to implement. So the last part is that you should pay attention. Your results don't lie. Pay attention. Your results don't lie. I love this part a lot. I love this part a lot. I love this part a lot because it is being honest with you. It is being honest with yourself. It is you seeing yourself the way you are. It is telling you, oh yeah, look into yourself. You cannot even lie. This particular part, you cannot lie. He's saying that the easiest, fastest, and best way to find out what is or is not working is to pay attention to the results that you are currently producing. The easiest, fastest, and best way to find out what is or is not working is to pay attention to the result that you are currently producing. So, what result are you producing presently? That will determine if what you are doing is right or wrong. Results don't lie. Thank you, everybody. Results no dey lie at all. E go show you kedere like this. What are you doing? Are you doing the right thing? Are you doing the wrong thing? That is results for you. It shows you clearly, no lie. You're either rich or you are not. You either command respect or you don't. If you're not rich, that means you're not doing something that will make you rich, or you have to look into what you're doing. Are you actually on the path to riches? Are you actually are you on the path to riches? Are you accumulating wealth, or you are just stagnant? You have to check. Are you commanding respect or not? When you go out, are they looking at you like respect? NSQ, yeah. Or are they looking down on you? Right? You are either golfing par or you are not. You are either maintaining your ideal body weight or you are not. You are either happy or you are not. You either have what you want or you don't. It's that simple. Results don't lie. You have to give up excuses and justifications and come to terms with the result you are producing. You have to come to terms. Okay, what am I producing? Am I making sales in a month or I'm not? Okay, that means you're not doing something right. If you're not making sales in a month, it means that you can do something better to give you the results that you want. Okay, thank you, Adesha. Another comment here. I took my posting on my WhatsApp and Facebook seriously. Initially, I don't post anything, but now I do. Okay. I also think of better ways to help my business grow. That is beautiful. That is how you set yourself on the path to the next level, to where you want to be. That's how you move from where you are presently to where you want to be. That is the essence of this book. It helps you to move from where you are to where you want to be. So if you are under quarter or overweight, all the greatest in the world would not change that. The only thing that will change your result is to change your behavior. The only thing that will change your result is to change your behavior. Just like Anisha has changed her behavior. Now she has changed. Before she did not used to post. Now she's posting. She's taking her posting seriously because of what she has read in this book. Applying what she has learned in this book, right? So the only thing that will change. So if you want to get more sales, prospect more, get more eyes into your business, get some sales training, which you're already doing, my champions. You're already getting your own sales training, right? By being inside the Operation Teacher Challenge, you're already taking your own sales training, which is beautiful. Okay, I have another comment here by Collegiate Beauty. I try not to blame anyone for whatever outcome I have. That is beautiful. And that is going to make you powerful because you are in charge, right? So, you talked about, so start paying attention to what is. So, look around your life and people around it. Are you and they happy? Is there balance? Is there beauty? Is there comfort? Is there ease? Do your systems work? Are you getting what you want? Is your net worth increasing? Are your grades satisfactory? Are you healthy? Are you fit? Are you pain-free? Are you getting better in all areas of your life? If not, then something needs to happen, and only you can make it happen. Don't kid yourself. Be ruthlessly honest with yourself. Take your own inventory. That is beautiful, right? So I'm going to round it up with a personal story of what I had to do recently to be able to show up and do what I needed to do. So I am sure that we have moms, yeah, we have persons that have babies, and we know how easy it can be, right? To be taking care of baby and to be showing up to do what you need to do. You know how baby can be attention demanding. Every time they're demanding your attention, you have to go and take care of them, right? So that is how it is. So what happened is that, okay, another response is here. So I started going to my neighbors to buy my perfumes, no longer waiting for them to come. Okay, I love that. So you are meeting them that, okay, yeah, take action, buy my perfume. So I was staying that, okay, until they come to buy, you are now moving and going to meet them. That is beautiful. That is how it should be. So I'm telling you a story. So the first month of me giving birth, if you know me well, you know I'm kind of person that shows up, right? So the first month I had my mom around. I was not really like doing a lot. I was just a little I was doing a little bit of strategizing. I was not doing too much that first month. I was resting. I just tried that a little, but I was resting a lot. So, but when my mom was leaving, the reality was coming in that, oh, how was I going to resume back to business? Okay, another comment is here. I blamed my ex when my business failed. But now that I'm reading this book and thinking about the scenario that happened, I realized I was to be blamed. So I'm starting my business from scratch. I love that. That's a very beautiful testimony. And I can't wait to see you take charge and build your own empire. And you are doing that already since you are inside the Operation Take Charge Challenge. You are reading our book that's already improving your mindset. So as one was leaving, I knew that, oh, what is going to happen? Because when she was ESM, I was always thinking, I'm the kind of person that I never took care of a baby before. I've never even wore diaper for a baby before in my entire life before I gave birth to my own baby. It was that bad. So I was thinking, how was I going to cope? Because when she wants to wear diaper, I'll tell my mom that my own kind of business is something that requires a lot of attention, a lot of focus, because it is brain something, it's brain work. So if I want to leave work and wear diaper for baby before I come back, my brain might have I mean, I've forgotten what I want to do. So how was I going to cope? I knew that I needed to take action. I needed to do something because I knew what I wanted. So as we go on in this book, you're going to be able to decide what you want. You're going to do a lot of things. So stay tuned. So what do I do? I knew that I needed to do something at that point in time. I knew that I needed support. So instead of ruggeding it and thinking I could do it, because really I cannot be able to do it. That's a fact. Because except I'm going to reduce how I show up because my brand is very demanding. We are building empires. We're helping businesses build empires. It's not easy, man. It's a lot of work. So I had to like get a support person, which helps to ease that task of, okay, up with supporting a little bit, like with chores, with taking care of maybe a little during the day. And that is like my task to a lot, like to a large extent. That was like I could sit down and think that, okay, I needed to employ other persons online as well. So because if you don't take that action, if you don't really know what you want, if you don't really, take the necessary action, you're not going to be able to move to the next level. That is it. So I'm not sharing the part of this story with you. Probably when we get to another principle that really talks about this more deeply, I will like continue the story and you can be able to enjoy it to the fullest. So thank you so much, champions, for coming, for reading, for giving feedback, for being attentive. I'm going to see you in week 2. It's going to be more massive. It's going to be like this book as we go on, it gets more deeper and deeper. And everything you are learning here is a foundation for you to be able to like make the most out of the challenge. So if you're watching from TikTok, I'm guessing you have been able to get a lot of value from this live and you have been able to learn a lot. So imagine you being inside a program for a whole 50 days where you're going to be trained on everything you need to build a successful business on social media, on WhatsApp, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. Imagine getting sales from everywhere that you post on instead of just posting and then no sales. Imagine being in charge of your business without having to think about who is going to help you to run ads, who is going to help you to get converting ads. Imagine having everything in one place. Not only learn and implement, you also held accountable in a place where you are held accountable, you are followed up on, you don't just pay and then you're just relaxing, nobody is looking at you. So this is the Operation Take Charge Challenge. And this that we are having tonight is just a tip of the iceberg before the main program starts. So if you really want all of this, you really want to go to the next level in your business, you really want to take your business to a level where it is making 10 million to 100 million yearly, you really want to take your business to the next level where you are in charge and you nobody is pajalobo for you again on this online space, and you want to send me a DM with the word OTC to get more details about this program. Thank you so much for joining, everybody, and have a good week ahead. Bye for now, my empire builders, my champions. Bye for now, everyone.